is up, guys? Dad Dash here, coming to you with a video today from the road. Been a little while since I've done this, and I wanted to just talk to you guys today about the gig economy, about the idea here that many people are saying, hey, they're rethinking whether the gig economy works. They're rethinking whether or not this thing makes sense. You hear certain people talking about how they're bowing out, they're smarter than the economy, it's gone to the wayside. No, listen, here's the deal, guys. It's all about mindset. It's all about an unwillingness to adapt and change and make a difference. And what Dad Dash is about, what this channel is about, whether you like it or not, whether you like it or not, okay, we are on a different path than the others, right? We are doing things a little different, and we're going to get a little bit different results. See, one of the things you've got to understand is you've got to decide, do you follow the group? Do you follow the group who are complaining all the time? Do you follow the group who aren't getting results? And the group isn't getting results, right? Or do you do something a little different? And that's what we're about here. So if you want to go with the detractors, and a lot of people, again, you know, on YouTube, you can't tell who's real and who's not, who's actually a gig person, who's not, who's a troll, who's not. So listen, what I'm recommending that you have to do, I've recommended this from day one, business-like approach. The information I bring to you is to simply justify why that is the way to do this, right? The apps tell you you're a business. We can get into the nuts and bolts of it. We can talk about the unfairness of it. We can do all of that. Those are things that exist. Those are conversations to be had when somebody taps us on the shoulder and says, hey, by the way, I want to help you. By the way, I'm someone with influence. I'm somebody who wants to put together legislation or something to help the gig economy, and I want to understand it. I want you to have the right conversation about it. So I'm trying to educate you on what the contracts say, what the TOSs say, how the things work, what's really happening behind the scenes. But really on the day-to-day for you and I out here on the road, it doesn't matter, right? It matters what we do with that information, how we utilize that information, and how we go out and use it to make money for ourselves. So what I'm advocating right now is decide. Do you want to be with the group, or do you want to do something different? Because in order to succeed, success doesn't come by following the path and competing with the millions, right? It doesn't come by competing with the mainstream. It says step away from that, create your own path, right? And that's where you're going to get success. You're talking to someone who's done that repeatedly throughout my professional career. So I'm sharing with you some of the things that I do. I don't share with you everything that I do yet. Maybe I will perhaps through the course of my channel, but I'm sharing with you some of it. I'm sharing with you the mindset. I'm sharing with you for free valuable spreadsheets that if you can't see the value in those sheets, because even at a minimum, even if you don't want to use them as they are and you want to adapt them, I have taken a lot of work off of your plate that you can now adapt those sheets to whatever metrics you want. Those are metrics that were developed over a 3-year period, right? Use those sheets, make adjustments, make intelligent decisions, decide what works for you, what's making you money, what isn't. Take off the blinders that are put on you by the lack of data that you receive, the lack of ability for you to really see the impact of your decisions on a daily basis. You will be able to do that. No other sheets will let you do that, will let you see that, because they don't cover your daily, they cover a few peripheral items like maybe miles to money, but they're not covering all the different aspects that will allow you to react in real time and over a period of time and see whether your decisions are making you money or not, or what's your ratio, what's your profits, what's your cash flow, what's your work rate. It's going to tell you all these things in real time if you use them. So that's the first step. Use those sheets, right? To develop better habits, to develop better thought processes, to develop a better way of working. And 2, you've got to be willing to come out and not follow what everyone else is out here doing. I'm trying to tell you this, that the apps want everyone to do everything the same way. And when that happens, priority doesn't exist. Priority doesn't exist. It cannot exist if we all work the same way. The issue is that you have to figure out what's the way you're going to work that's different from everyone else. And I will tell you that. Declining orders, working against the program sheets. When you see if you were an employee and you had a bonus program that came out, that you would want to work towards that. You would want to exceed that. You want to figure out a way to work for that, right? But when you're not an employee and someone puts a program in front of you that's meant to influence your decisions, when you're supposed to be making those decisions on your own about what is profitable and what isn't, DoorDash doesn't know what's profitable for the driver. They know what's profitable for them as a technology platform, and that is volumizing the driver at the lowest possible price point. And everything they're going to provide into the market is going to be meant to influence the driver to work like that. So if you don't recognize that, that's the first thing you should recognize, then you're behind the 8 ball. And then you're going to go and if you start trying to figure out how can I work this and be the best company driver that I can be, you're already behind, because your results will already be throttled just by simply following what the technology platform wants you to do, because their financial interests are not aligned right now. And that's the whole point of what I'm trying to tell you in the way I say, you look at the POS, look at the structure, look at what they're doing. They're not structuring it in favor of the driver. Thereby, we can assume that they are not structuring any program they roll out in favor of the driver. Thereby, it means you have to figure out how to make it work for you. You have to figure out how do you make whatever program is out there, whatever program they're pushing, how do you make it work for you? How do you go against it? And applying an opposite approach is actually very smart. Very, very smart. But now you would say, well, wait a minute. What if I do that and it doesn't work? How would I know? Well, that's right. I'm giving you the tools to know. I'm giving you the tools to understand before you start doing something, to see if it actually works and makes you more money. So you have a comparative evidence. So if you have a month where you say, okay, I spend a month working it the DoorDash way, and then I say, you know what, let me give this a try. Let me change my thinking the way DoorDash is suggesting. And then you can have a month where you do that, and you can actually see with real figures, real numbers, real work rates, real miles to money, real order values, and say, well, did I make more? Did I make more faster? Because that's really the goal, is to make money faster. What made you money faster? What made you drive less miles, work less minutes, and make more money? That is your goals. Okay, understand that. Less miles, less minutes, more money. Okay, 3 M's. Two of them you want less, one of them you want more of, right? Anyways, guys, I'm going to leave you there. Think about this. Sheets are attached. Hit me up in the comments. Check out my videos. Check out my channel. Get subscribed. Let's get moving, guys, on this. You cannot afford to waste any more time. And as always, guys, stay safe, stay profitable, and DoorDash will absolutely be talking to you soon.